Here we go. Front pages of the newspapers now. Let's start off with Business Day. And the Business Day leading with Transnet courts Gulf investors. So this is sweeping reforms will give private sector a bigger role. This is where Transnet boss Michelle Phillips has told Gulf investors that the state-owned group is open for business and on a path to recovery as it prepares to usher in the biggest reform in its history, one that'll see the private sector play a far greater role in its operations. I have to comment on this because while we were doing our big drive in the Northern Cape yesterday, I saw a lot of work being done on the rails and the networks there. So, and it was Transnet that there were Transnet employees there. So I'm just wondering if that's a big move there. And I did see it in action. A lot of work being done there. SA warns US it is seeking new markets. SA is pushing Washington to renew AGOA despite steep tariffs, with President Cyril Ramaphosa warning that trade volatility is driving the country to diversify its partners. Big talks happening there. Blue chip bonanza, miners leading the top 40 index, and a plan comes together. Harmony shares jumping 4%. And Lexus IS bows out as brand shifts to SUV. So those are just some of the stories on the front page of the Business Day. Let's move to the Star now. And the Star leading with Marero gains mayoral traction against Zilla. This is what they are reporting. Dada's appeal among township voters, especially in Soweto, is growing. The battle for the Johannesburg mayorship intensifies, with Marero emerging as a formidable challenger to the DA's Helen Zille. Morero's appeal among township voters, especially in Soweto, is growing, fueled by critiques of the DA's performance in poor areas and mounting frustration over the party's silence on Gaza. So that's their lead this morning. The photograph that they've got on the front page, well, it was that 600 Braai enthusiasts flocking to Loftus Stadium to celebrate Heritage Day in an extraordinary display of culinary passion and community spirit, is what they're saying. They try to break that Guinness Book of Records of having the biggest braai, outdoor braai. So there we go. Let's see if they get it. The announcement will be made this week. Joburg to cut power for defaulters, over 978 million rand debt. That's the interview coming up in the next hour. They're gearing up for an aggressive campaign aimed at removing electricity meters from over 1,300 worst defaulters that owe a staggering 978 million rand. So stay tuned for more on that. Then the Patriotic Alliance hails probe clearing Kenny Kunene over Santon visit. That's a big headline there. South Africa sees a 26% surge in agricultural exports to the US amidst tariff concerns. And let me leave it there. That's the front page of the Star. Let's quickly move on to the Citizen now. The Citizen, no rest for the dead. What is this all about? Joburg graves vandalism. Families fear erecting expensive tombstones for their loved ones as vandals break and smash them to the ground and dump rubbish. Joburg municipality urges families to consider cremations and reopening of existing family graves for reburials to curb vandalism. How sad is that? Okay, that's the one that they've highlighted there. Shalate on focusing on music. No, I'm reading the wrong paper. I'm so sorry. This is the one from... no, this is the right paper. I'm not sure what one is on. Oh, we've got two different papers. Anyway, I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. It's fine. But that was... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the Sowetan. That's what I'm reading. So that were the headlines of the Sowetan. My apologies. So I had already gone through that one, no rest for the dead. And then I'll jump back to the Kruger one. Kruger Park, new name, Rao, saying from Skukuza National Park to Didi Mabuza Airport, the EFF's Heritage Day motion draws fire from AfriForum, a cabinet minister and tourism stakeholders. Critics warn of an economic fallout as supporters call for a symbolic change. And then United in Heritage, that's a Heritage Day celebration at Klipspruit Youth Day in Soweto. That photograph was taken there. And SA, a prime target for cybercrime. All right, getting through those newspapers. Sorry for the confusion, but at least they're all there and we managed to talk you through them. Let's take a break. See you with your news at 7 after this.